Hello everybody, my name is Page, and today we'll be looking at LEGO Star Wars set number 7913, the Clone Trooper Battle Pack. It contains 4 Clone Troopers. These two are exactly the same, and the other two, these two also, are exclusive to this set. The set came out in 2011. It retailed for about $13 and of euros, I don't know, probably the same. And I got one of them for about the same price and one of them in like a bulk setup where I got more stuff for a pretty cheap price. And yeah, what also was pretty interesting about it is that it's probably one of the sets, although it has, it's interesting in my case, it has 4 minifigures which are unique to the set. I do have like 6 of this guy. How I got so many, I don't know, but I do. But I think this set is pretty great. But let's start with the minifigures, and we'll get on to the bark speeder later. So for the minifigures, we first have like an ARF trooper. His helmet is like an interesting design, although they are my least favorite versions of clone trooper helmet things. I like the phase 1 and phase 2 versions better than this one, but fine. Also, they all have the same face, so I won't be lifting them all up. And for torso printing, it's the curvy one, and I like the others better. Don't really like this curvy version, but I'm fine with it because it will probably just stand in with display with all the others. Let's get them out of the way. Then we have a clone commander. Like pretty nice sand green design with some little yellow markings, as you can see. And fine. And I quite like this design, so I'm quite glad I have like 6 of them. The only problem is because it's like a commander kind of figure, it doesn't really become a commander because I have more of them than I have my 501st troopers. So about the same actually. So he is no commander in my opinion. He's just like a weird division. And he has leg printing, which I quite like, his leg printing, especially for 2011. But pretty great figure. Also, you will see that my guns don't, they aren't 100% accurate. And that's just, in my case, I find that these bomb squad groups, because that's what they are, they deserve the long rifles, and I've like divisions of which cannons they deserve. These two are exactly the same, so let's just take a look at one of them. And beautiful orange markings, even toe printing and leg printing. The only thing is, if it would have a normal clone trooper helmet, you can also make it like the 2/12, 2/12 seconds. Yeah, the one which Obi-Wan leads in Commander Cody, which I'll probably use them as at some point. But I do quite like having the bomb squad, although for many they are not the best version of the clone troopers. But still, I quite like having 4 of them myself. And we also have this bark speeder. And first of all, the thing I like about this set is that the size is pretty great. It's kind of more accurate than the recent one. Let me get one for the comparison. So for as for the comparison, I got one of the Bad Batch, and when you see it's way higher, it's bigger, and it's longer, like a minifigure longer, as you can see. And although I quite like the newer design, I'm still quite fond of the older size, especially. And that's, I have 2 of them, so getting this size is pretty great. Also, you have a seat. You can pull the controller bars. I don't know what they're called, but put them off. You can make him hold them. I won't. You can have him sit on, which is pretty great. Also, I do quite like the green color scheme, but and just the bark speeder design is pretty great. I do think the design of the newer ones is better, but this size is more accurate. The guns are less accurate, but this one from a Bad Batch doesn't even have the guns. I will get on to that later. But what I do, yeah, as I said, I like the color scheme, and which is subjective, of course. There are also some red ones in like other sets, which have about the same build. I don't own any of them, so I can't really compare them. But I do quite like this one, getting 2 of them. They're easy to mass produce. The only thing, if you want to make more of them, the only thing you'll need, which aren't that easy to get, are probably these guns. But you can leave them off, but you can also put on your own rifles. And these ski pieces are pretty hard to get. So if you want to mass produce them without buying the sets, those parts will probably have to be replaced for some other part. That's something you'll figure out yourself. I like having 2 of these, having 3 of the 5 of first, and one of the. It's technically the Imperial version, but I also have one of those. But my final thoughts. What I do quite like about the set is it's a cheap way to get 4 interesting clone troopers. Although I would have liked a set with 4 regular clone troopers, which also got released at the time, which I also do have, but not with the right minifigures. So I'll probably just review that one if and when I get all the minifigures. But this one is pretty great to get 4 special types of clone troopers. In my opinion, there are 3 great minifigures and 1 okay minifigure. It's fun to get the clone. So, do I approve of buying the set? Well, yes, I suggest you at least get 1. If you're watching this, you probably should get 1. And I also think that it's a good bark speeder design. It was a cheap price, and you can probably find one still for under 20 euros. If you find one for 20, it's great. If you find it for more, then I don't know if it's still worth it. In my case, I found another one which was like, yeah, it's cheap enough, and then it came out to be a little more expensive than he said, but it's still a good deal. And if you're able to get that, then this is an amazing set. But that's that's probably it. Maybe I will put out a real comparison between the bark speeders, but it won't be soon. But that's it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the speed build, which is linked in the description. And I hope you like my other reviews, which you can find on my channel page. If you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're at it. And I will see you in my next video. Also, if you have a suggestion of any set which you want to see me turn into a scene, like I did with my Mustafar, then just ask so. Just put it in the comments, and I will probably eventually start making one, because I quite like those. This one will probably just stay in my Clone Wars display. But that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.